welcome again to Dungeons and Taverns. I'm your host, Saul Sunforge. This is the Dirty 20. This is session 2 of Asgrim's journey into this mysterious tower. The session takes place 2 days after the previous one, so things are a little bit fresh in our minds. This should be about a 2-hour session, so sit back and relax and enjoy. And if you do, go ahead and leave a subscribe. Alright, so you find yourself on the first level of this rather large, from the outside, it's even larger from the inside, mysterious tower. Last session, you heard the voice of an unknown entity who you do happen to at least know is a female and is a Yuan-Ti. If you to recall what happened, you stepped in through the door, the wooden door. There's a plate there made out of resnium crystals of a variety that you hadn't yet encountered. Currently, you're sitting in a room that has a lot of broken and perhaps discarded, ill repair, hasn't seen use for a long time furniture. However, the main focus of the room, I should say, is, and I'm not exactly sure why it didn't show up on the map. I'm guessing it because it was white. But the main focus of the room is there are hundreds, possibly thousands, of mostly flightless birds hopping around, tweeting, and pooping everywhere. You can't fully see into this room with the torch, however, but you were able to see just momentarily into the room while the lights flickered on after you passed the threshold of that door beyond the black resnium, the necrotium crystals. Fred still has the torch, and you're along with Atticus and Merryweather. So, to start the session, you hear the voice of the Yuan-Ti again, and she says, "This is the feeding chamber. Since you are trespassers in my abode, I think we should play a little game. I'll go ahead and be very kind to you and tell you the rules of this game." That wasn't... Hold on. So, she tells you the rules of the game. She says, "Since you've broken into my home, let's play a game. It's been a very long time since I've had company, and I do like to treat my guests as hospitably as I can from my location. The game is very simple. You have 1 minute to figure out how to get out of each room. And if you don't, the room will slowly fill with poisonous gas. As you can see, the room behind you is going to be locked once you enter the next room. If you choose to go any further, those are the rules that we play by. If you wish to leave now, I shall let you do so. However, the consequences of you entering my house have already started to be enacted once you open the door. The choice is yours."
Oh, I'm so tempted to be cocky right now.
The minute hasn't started yet. She's waiting for you to verbally give a choice. If you want to role play it out with any of the NPCs, that's fine too. I could do that as well.
I want to do that, but I kind of, I'm so fighting a temptation to be cocky towards the NC because I need her to be nice. I tend to the others. You probably heard that, but you probably couldn't understand it.
What did she
We've been
say?
we've been issuing a challenge.
Oh, then
We
Fred's like,
got
oh, this is
we
already
got one.
sounding bad.
We've been given 1 minute to get past each room,
How
or
many?
they will start.
How many
Start.
rooms? How many rooms are there?
I have no idea, but I wanted to give you this information before passing on. Um,
Atticus says, "This sounds very dangerous, but
yep,
I did entrust my daughter to you, so I will. I will suspend my judgment until you make yours. I will agree with whatever decision you make. Just know that my daughter's life is in your hands directly."
there is a price to pay if you choose to leave, and I think
What's the price to pay if we leave?
he's not told us or told me. But I do believe that it would be beneficial for us to move forward, if for nothing else, to try and solve this mystery of this tower and what happens to your kin.
Very well. That's. But if we continue on, are we aren't then allowed to leave once we leave this room, right? Or
Um, I kind of like go into my mind and so we can move forward or we can leave. But if we choose to move forward, we cannot leave, right?
yes, if you move forward, the rooms behind you is locked as soon as you go into the
Yes.
next room, and then you have 1 minute to get proceed to the next room before it starts filling up with poisonous gas.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's going to take some time for the room to actually fill, depending on how the size of the room.
Uh,
But I have a out of character a set amount of time after the minute is over for each room.
Yes, each room locks behind us as we move forward. So this is our only chance to get out.
Well, whoever's talking to you seems to. Well, they're not here in front of us, so they have to
Sorry,
have
that's
some
not.
magical powers at least, I'd imagine.
I do believe they're at top of power.
Yeah, or the bottom. This tower seems a little. Well, it doesn't look like this from the outside. It's shaped a little bit differently. Like the rooms inside seem like they might be bigger than the tower from the outside, or something like that.
Be right back.
Oh, okay.
Call of nature.
All right. So the mysterious Yonti says to you, "Have you made your choice yet? My patience does have a limit. However, I will tell you that if you make it up here to the top, there might be a little something of a reward in it for you. Primarily your lives, but a little bit of extra if you help me out." Now, does that make your opinion, your choice, a little bit easier? Or no.
Everything is taking a little longer because none of my compatriots understand what you're saying. So can we get some extra time per room as I need to translate?
Oh, this message, they can comprehend this message, I assure you. And they, as the auntie says that, everybody's nodding in agreement. Yeah, I heard that. I understood that one. And they're all talking about how they understood it in their native tongues.
Well, that makes it easier.
The magic of
So,
this place is something even I do not quite understand fully. However, it has come in great use to keep out intruders, such as yourselves.
before we make a decision, can you mind answering a simple question about what the other ones that enter? Since they are the reason we're here.
Roll a persuasion.
Make sure I'm looking at the right character sheet.
Roll persuasion, and then are you actually? That's sort of a deception, isn't it? That's not really why you're here, is it?
Well, it's why they're here.
Right.
Not why.
Okay. All right. So just give me a persuasion. I am growing impatient with you and your group. If you wish to leave with your lives, you should do so now. Otherwise, the minute starts right now. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, please. Because you're going to have exactly 10 turns to solve this here. Okay, a 20. That's, yeah, it's really good.
And Mary with a +7.
Okay, let me add those in. Oh, come on. I deleted Fox and everybody from the rotation already, didn't I? Alright, there. Add turn. Let me go ahead and reveal the room to you. As the Yon T says to you that it starts now, the room lights up in its entirety. Everything's in bright light, and you can see everything. And I'm trying to reveal the room to you without revealing the other rooms. Amongst all these flightless birds, well, primarily flightless birds, rather, you see there are 3 heads that have bat wings for ears that are fluttering out towards you all as your minute starts, thereby complicating things just a bit. You've seen these things before. Would you like to roll as intelligence to see if you can recall? Or no? Well, that'd be a wisdom.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want wisdom?
Yeah. Yeah, for the all intents and purposes, intelligence would tell you what they are, but wisdom would tell you what they do. But you've seen them, so either one would be fine.
Well,
Okay.
I rolled a 14 on wisdom.
A 14. You recall that you've seen these creatures when you were going through the sewers underneath Coventry. You don't specifically remember what they do, but it's obvious that they fly, and they seem to be leaving the flightless birds alone. They were more so kind of scattered amongst them so that they couldn't be picked out.
Okay. I take a quick scan around the room to see if I can see anything. In other words, I do an investigation check on the room to see if I can figure out what's in here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see what the investigation check reveals. All right. So you immediately search the room as your minute starts out to look to see what you can find, and what might solve a puzzle or something to open that door. Uh, you don't detect anything magical. You see a bunch of broken furniture and some broken in crates that have just rotted from age. You see a desk that has some scribblings and things strewn about, but the parchment looks very old and dry, and really looks like if you touch it, it's in danger of just coming apart. However, you do see that there's a curious looking relief of a rather large eyeball behind a pair of broken couches. That it's kind of draws you in with the splendor of it all. It looks like a greenish eye with a black pupil, but the eye itself is surrounded in gold. So it'd be more like a mirror, but with a nice gem in it instead of an actual mirror reflective surface.
Hmm. You're talking about this thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walk over and start trying to clear it. What the hell are you doing?
Alrighty. All right. So as you go to make your way towards the relief on the wall, the Vol girl is going to go, and he is going to he's going to fly up to you, and then he's going to try to bite you as you're looking to remove or push or pull the furniture out of the way. So let's see, 5, 10. He actually has enough movement where he could 15, 20. All right. So he flies up behind you, and he's going to try to take a bite at your backside. While
I do
you're
know I have a very nice ass. It is very bite.
you're wearing your armor that has the juicy print on the ass.
Hell yeah.
All right. So he's going to go ahead and try to take a bite at you. Let's see what happens. He crits.
That's a hit.
So the first one that comes at you, he hits you with a crit, and it is going to be.
My ass is apparently very juicy.
Yeah, this is. That's the bite damage there. That's with the crit, and then the other damage. And this is poison damage. As he sinks his fangs into you. He's trying to tear away at your flesh. Although he's a tiny little creature. But, yeah, for that tiny little creature, he put a nice little hurt on you. That's the end of his turn. Now it's Merryweather's turn.
Well, she sees my ass getting bitten, so yeah. The question is, does she go for them or does she do something else?
She isn't really a
Mm.
fighter, so she'd probably come try
Yeah.
to rush to your aid, I'd imagine. But it's up to you. Like I said, you have agency over your character as much as Fox does over Raikou. I just think the role playing with yourself aspect is kind of awkward. So that's why I wanted to voice Raikou, but Fox insisted.
I find that wrong. Like, seriously. Uh, and we're gonna do something.
And of course, remember that she's not your level, so.
Yeah. She's gonna cast Mind Sliver on that one in front of her.
Okay.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yep, looking it up now for my own knowledge and for the stream to see. Drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw. Take the psychic damage and subtract for the next saving throw before the end of your next turn.
Uh-huh.
Ah, trying to set up a combo. Alright, let's see here.
And that was the unintended thing. Involves Mind Sliver. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to succeed. So
that's a match.
Oh, it's a match.
Because her DC is 13 due to her level. It's 8 plus her proficiency, which is 2, plus her intelligence bonus, which is 3, so that's 13.
All right. All right. If it's a match, go ahead and high or low.
Well, yeah, you know I'm gonna say high. 69, man. 69.
Okay, it's low.
So you're saying it failed or what?
Yeah, it failed. I was gonna let it go through, but I don't know.
Well, it gets 2 damage, and it has this subtract 4 d4 on its next saving throw.
All right, 2 damage. All right, so it takes a little bit of damage, but the spell didn't seem to have the full intended effect on it. Is there anything else that she's able to do?
No, because
Okay.
it's an action.
Okay. All right. The second Vargwheel is going to take his turn or its turn, and it is going to also come after you, as you deduced correctly almost instantaneously what you had to go to in this first room. It is going to obey its master's wishes and is going to let out a nice high pitched shrieking sound as it comes towards you, and I need you to give me a wisdom save. And I need to roll to see if it gets a recharge on that. But I need a wisdom saving throw from yourself. And Merriweather.
Oh, I failed.
All right, that's for yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then roll Merryweather's. It's wisdom.
You said wisdom?
Yes, wisdom.
Oh boy.
She
Oh,
pa-
that's
she
me.
she passes. She passes exceedingly. However, for you, you are now frightened, so you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is in your line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to your fear.
Oh well, that's fine. I intend to stay here until I've cleared up this area. So.
Okay.
Oh, I looked at the wrong modifier, but it makes no difference. It's still so low.
Okay. All right. So you don't get any you don't get any damage from that shriek, and then every round once you're successful, then you're immune from that creature's shriek. All right. So after he lets out a shriek, then that is the end of his turn. And then finally, the one that is off to your side is going to come in and try to bite you at your side. And it misses.
Yeah, indeed it does.
Yeah. All right. All right. Top of the next round.
So they don't do anything?
Oh, well, they can if you want them to help you, but yeah, they're non-combatants, so they can
Okay.
die and they can be attacked, but I mean, he is armed with a torch, so that does like 1 damage.
Yeah, I'm just making sure here that it wasn't something you forgot.
No, no, it's not. No, just you and Merryweather are the combatants. They're along. They can do stuff. It's just, and they can die. They're not immune because they're NPCs. They just
Well,
don't.
I'm not trying to move closer to it, but I'm still gonna try and move all the shit out of the way.
That's fine. All right, and then that will take you. Let me see here. How strong is your character?
Uh, 14.
14.
Or plus.
All right, so we'll say that you can move it in 2 rounds.
Okay, yeah, well, that's what I'm doing.
All right. All right, so you're focusing on moving it. You're not paying attention to the snapping behind you as the bites are incoming. You're full on with your tasks in order to make
Yep.
sure that this room does not fill up with poison. An admittedly smallish room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next Vard wheel goes, and it's going to take a snap at Merryweather. A 10.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. All right. And that ends his turn. Now it's Merryweather's turn.
So I needed to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Yep. And once you pass it, then you are no longer afraid.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, you pass it for sure. And so now you are immune to any shrieking done by this gentleman here. I'll just mark it with just a blue dot there.
Yeah. And Merryweather is gonna use her only attack cantrip, so this one needs to make a wisdom saving throw now. With the -4.
All right.
Or -d4.
All right. Did I do that right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that's right. Yep, a 0.
Yep.
Because a 5 minus a 2 is a 3, and then the 3, 3 minus 3 is 0. So yeah. So nothing.
It takes 1 damage.
Which the one nearest her?
The one with Mind Sliver.
Okay.
One was already damaged.
Yep, that's why I was just making sure. All right. So this thing, actually, since it's only taken a little bit of damage, but it's just a floating head, so it actually looks like it's pretty beat up and bloody already. It's got like bruising and lacerations, and it's not doing terribly well. Is there anything?
Oh, that was the wrong dice I rolled actually, because it already taken damage. But makes no difference. Told that it does different damage depending upon the creature's damage or not. If it's an undamaged creature, it does a D8. If it's a damaged creature, it does D12.
I see.
Fuck that.
All right. So
That's me that fucked that up. So yeah, fuck that.
Is there anything else that Meriwether is able to do?
She can move.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she's just gonna stay there.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. Let me get out my trusty dice. So I had fun rolling it for those stats. I actually rolled pretty high. All right. Okay. Fred says to you, if you move out the way, I could throw a torch at him and light them on fire.
Kind of busy trying to get this thing clear that we need to do over here.
And so Fred runs over and he starts waving his torch at the middle one who had bit you first.
Wasn't that one over there? The one that poisoned me? That one was the one that shrieked at me.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I already forgot what the blue dot meant. Yeah, the blue dot was the shrieker. So he comes over and he runs up behind him, trying to get his attention away from your back so you could work on what you're working on, hopefully unimpeded. That one is going, the one who you are immune to the shrieking is going to try to take a bite at Fred. And okay. He hits him. He hits him with a bite and does... That's piercing, 8 piercing, and then the poison. So Fred's taken 21 so far. Let me make note of that. Fred, 21. Alrighty. That is the end of his turn. The other one is going to act, and he's going to, on the one on your side, he's going to try to take a bite, and then if it's successful, he's going to try to shriek. And he goes and takes a bite out of you, and he lets out a loud... It sounds like somebody crying out in pain who's being tortured. And let's see how much damage the bite does to you. And I'm keeping track of the rounds in the chat so I don't lose track. Alright. There's the bite. It's 11 points of piercing. And then the poison. They're just trying to load you all off with poison. Oh my gosh.
Right.
So 24 points of total damage to your person.
You've almost done 50 points of damage to me so far. Well, I'm gonna continue to.
That is a whole hell of a lot for a CR1 creature.
Mm-hmm.
I dare say that he graduated to CR2. Alrighty. So that's his turn. It is your turn. It is the top of round 3. You have... This round is the final round that you cleared the stuff out the way, correct?
I'm just thinking if I'm getting tired of these things biting me because it's actually fucking hurting, or if I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, that's up to you. You just have one final turn to clear it out the way. Whenever you wish to do it, is up to you. Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to nudge it with their chin back into place to get it to try to stop you. Cackling the whole time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clear. I'm gonna be cursing like a drunk fucking sailor, but I am gonna clear it.
Alright, let me go ahead and color that in so that I can know that it is cleared. Alright, that is out. Oh.
The other one is just trying to do one fucking job and keep getting biting by the fucking mosquitoes. Get out of my fucking way, you damn insects.
Yeah, I can't believe a CR1 creature is bodying into you like that. Random number generators. Alright, so, so you finish clearing out the debris, the furniture out of the way, and it reveals the eye on the wall. And you can clearly see that you can press it. It definitely presses into the wall. However, if you do, that's up to you. If you press it, or
can I grab one of these floating heads and slam it into the eye?
You sure can.
Oh, I want to. You need me to roll an attack roll, right?
Well, you moved the rest of the furniture on this turn, but on your next turn, you could definitely slam it into the eye if you wish to. However, if you recall the instructions, it was just to find it. So that's up to you if you want to press it or not.
Oh, we didn't get any instruction on what to do in this room. We just
no. It was that you had to find the way out. So if you feel that's the way out, technically you found it. So it's up to you. If you want to press it or not. But it does press into the wall.
Yeah, but I am gonna press it in with one of these heads.
All right, you're gonna press in the head with the button that presses into the wall. Gotcha. Combo. All right, and obviously you're not moving from that spot.
Nope.
Alrighty, and so the one that is pretty rough up is going to he's going to try to take a bite into Fred, who's waving the torch around in their faces. Their faces. They're only faces. So, yeah. And he doesn't bite Fred. Fred's able to dodge out the way, and you hear him kind of give a ha ha. That was easy.
That one needs to make what's the saving throw?
All right. A 1.
And it takes 10 damage.
Oh, what kind of damage?
Force damage.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, with a mighty, boom, it gets pushed, and as it gets pushed down, its head and its teeth just off the floor, and until its teeth boop, 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 pop out of its mouth, and it slides harmlessly and dead again against the floor. Let me mark him as dead again.
I kind of like whisper, say over my shoulder, "Quiet, keep it up."
Alrighty.
See, this is one of the unintended effects of her as well, because the original spell is necrotic, but she can change it due to being a lower master.
Alright. It's her turn.
Well, she just did her turn. That was the force damage.
Oh, what did they get out? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I see. All right. That's her turn then, and the one who you are immune to the screeching ability is going to try to attack Fred, who's waving, well, flailing really, because this thing's flying and Fred's just a goblin. So he's kind of trying to bat at its appendages, trying to catch him on fire. Fred clearly hasn't seen much combat.
Oh, really? I didn't expect that. Being stepped on by a...
Yeah, he's just a gambler. He got himself into a bad situation this day. Alright. Okay.
That's another hit.
A 21 to hit Fred. Yeah, that's a hit. Well, shit.
Most fighters don't even have that much.
Right. Jeez, these dudes are hitting a lot for only a +4. Alright, and there's the piercing, 3. That's very good. And then the poison, 8. It's 11 total. Yeah, Fred is making death saves.
I have a question.
Sure.
How could it do 11 piercing damage on me when the maximum is 8?
To you?
Yeah.
What do you mean the maximum is 8?
1d6, that's 1 to 6 plus 2.
Yeah.
6 plus 2 is 8.
Yeah,
and then if you go,
because of the crit, because I added the 6 to the 2.
on the second bite, you rolled a 7. The one from this one over here. You rolled a 7 for the +4. Oh, you rolled the attack twice and took the last attack as the damage instead of. You can see it if you go up. You see the last poison damage that was on me.
All right, so the Vargwheel that is on your side, after you finish clearing out the furniture, is going to go ahead and he's going to try to bite you. And at this point, you got so many bite marks in you. That's a miss.
Yes.
That's a miss as he goes to snap at you, but you've made it past the furniture, and so he's not able to get to you. It is the top of round 4, and you hear the Yanti again, and at this you know everybody hears it at this point, but you're still not exactly sure if you're hearing it like as an internal dialogue, like someone speaking to you telepathically, or if you're hearing it from within the room you're in itself. You're still not exactly sure. This place is made to kind of disorient you a bit, primarily your sense of hearing and sight. But the Yuan-Ti says, "Well, I couldn't make the challenge too easy for you, could I? Sorry about the Vargwheel. They do get a little bit hungry, though. And so it's nice that we have visitors occasionally to feed them." And yeah, now it is round 4. Four Finger Freddy. It's hilarious.
I am gonna grab a hold of this one
Mm-hmm.
and smash it into the.
All right. Opposing strength check. Make it low as hell because you're gonna be able to do it. I'm pretty certain of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna do it. But I'll roll just in case. Because that was a pretty damn pathetic roll.
I'm not strong.
Yeah, that would match. Yeah, that would match Asgrim out. Yeah, sure would. All right. Oh. So you go to try to slam this tiny flying head into the relief on the wall, and you get a hold of it, and it starts to move. But it's able to actually fly out of your grasp, and you instead touch the relief yourself and press the button with the same force and momentum as if you were about to smash head into it. And
What I'm imagining is just, something looks really, really light, and you go to move it, and it just kind of stays there, and you just do the motion because it's so heavy.
right.
And without it, I imagine that's what he's doing. Like he's wait, what? What? You bastard!
They're a graphics artist. That's what they are. They were just trying to advertise. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what their prices and their stuff is. The last graphics artist, what was his name, Mr. Weatherfield or whatever, your friend, still hasn't made my stuff that I paid for.
Waterfield?
Yeah, he just took the money and left me alone.
I could try and reach out to him.
It's fine. I'm over it. He was it's the top of round 4, and you just has slammed your hand into the relief, pressing it into the wall. And as you did that, the door itself does open. It doesn't open all the way, however, but it does open enough for egress into the next room. However, the most important thing is roll a perception check for Asgrim.
One second.
Okay. So you hear from the Yanti, you figured out the secrets. Do you happen to know what that is that you just touched? It wasn't a rhetorical question. They're actually asking it.
Other than something that's now keeping an eye on me, no.
Figuratively speaking, of course, it's keeping an eye on you, but that represents one of our deities. I'll give you the name of that deity in a second, because I wrote them down. Like a good boy. That is the eye of the goddess Dendar, the night serpent. She's the goddess of nightmares and hunger. Aren't we having fun with this little history tour that we're about to take? And then you don't hear anything back, but you can respond back, obviously, if you wish to.
This thing is just following me everywhere. We also just ran into this in the other D&D campaign I played. I gesture towards, or say to the others, get out now. And I go here and make ready to force feed Fred.
Yeah, Fred is pretty beat up. He's definitely bleeding profusely, actively, like out his arm, out his leg. He has wounds, bite wounds, multiple bite wounds, and he's limping.
Oh, well, I thought he was down for the count.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He's down as in like not down as in KO'd. Sorry, he's down like he's about to be KO'd.
Oh,
sorry about that. Yeah. So
well, then I can still hand him a potion so he can drink it himself.
Okay. I mean, you tried. You're. Yeah, you can. He's close enough. You could give him a bonus action, and he can use it on his turn.
The only thing I can't do is literally give him force feed him a potion. That's why I was making ready.
Right.
So he is gonna get a greater healing potion.
Alrighty. Do you want to roll it, or do you want me to?
You just roll it. You're the one drinking it, so you roll it.
You said greater, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. All right. 13 points.
Oh, that's above average.
All right. So let me take off some of this damage here. Yeah, and he looks a lot better now. He definitely doesn't look like he's on death's door, but he's closer to banged up than all right. All right. All right. So he's drinking his potion as he's trying to run to the door. The one next to you gets an attack of opportunity on him, and let's see if that hits. That does hit. Well, it matches, so it's half. All right. So two piercing, and then the poison. So 14 altogether. But obviously he's still up because that's still less than you healed him for.
It's one more than he got healed for.
Oh yeah, you got 11 and you got 12. Alrighty. All right. So he's able to make it to the door, and he's able to start trying to squeeze through the door. Um, do you want him to go into the room, or how do you want him to act? You told him to go through the door, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So after you send him through the door, then you you hear the Yanti's voice again say, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. That's against the rules, you see. That door has malfunctioned for some years, and going into the next room while you're previously occupying the room before it is against the rules." And the door to the next room shuts, and the relief depresses from the wall. It is Merryweather's turn.
Well, she's gonna go there then.
Okay.
And this one is gonna make an intelligence save.
All right.
It makes it.
All right.
It's a cantrip, so it's save or no damage. A fail or no damage.
Okay. And then did she?
So,
Go ahead.
so I assume that Addie is smart enough to figure out that she needs to get over there as well now.
Yeah. I was just moving Fred first, but yeah, of course, she's not going to just stand there as everybody's getting beat up and her daughter is scrambling to the door that had just closed. No. So she is running to. She's going to dash to the door, and she has a little satchel, on her belt, and she says to you, "You want me to blow it up?"
No, we're just gonna push the button again.
Oh, I like my solution better.
It is more fun, but you're next to the door.
Oh yeah. All right then. And the Varg wheel that is to your left side is going to. He's not giving chase to anybody who's ran away or anything. They aren't particularly intelligent, but he is going to do what he's been doing the entire time. He is going to take a bite at you, and he's going to miss severely, and he's actually finding out that he's not able to get a real good bite on you. This one has he has a wooden tooth on the side that tried to chomp on you, and it just didn't go through the skin. The one that is what?
Well, I am still gonna try and see if I can bash one of these things into the button.
I know. You really want to get it. You really want to get it done. I know.
Yeah.
All right. The one that is currently engaged with you directly is going to he's going to let out a he's going to go ahead and try to bite you because you succeeded from the other guy. So
that's a match.
Oh, it's a match. All right. So then you get half of this. And then you get this as oh damn it, I keep forgetting the R. There we go. All right, as you get 13 points of poison damage, as you've been bit enough so much at this point, you feel the poison coursing through your veins. It burns, like your skin burns. It's starting to burn just moving.
This is the one I'm gonna bash into the button.
All right, and it is your turn. So go ahead.
That bastard has bitten me twice now.
Okay. Opposing strengths. Oh yeah, there's no way he could get this. All right. So he comes flying at you, kind of cocky, because he's bitten you a few times already, and he sees that the lifeblood is just draining from you, and you just racked. At this point you're racked with poison, and he thinks he's going to go ahead and get a cheeky another bite in at you, but you have other plans for him. So when he comes in to go bite you, you grab him behind his head, you just slam him. The side of his face just caves in, and at the same time, it depresses into the wall, and the door fully opens at this point, and his blood and rotted brain matter is just dripping down the relief. And then, as you do that, the Yuan Ti says, "You defiled Dendar! Who do you think you are?" But that one
A
is
challenger. And
that
then I
one
move
is
on.
dead.
I move over and make sure to wait in the doorway until we all pass through it.
Right.
Remaining three.
And you all do. How are you? Before I reveal the next room, what is the marching order? Because Fred was in there first. But who did you want behind him, Merryweather or Atticus?
Addy.
All right. All right, and I'll reveal where you can start at any of these spaces. Any of those spaces there, you can go ahead and position how you like according to your marching order. All right. All right. So you enter this second room, and as soon as you get into the room, you feel just a hot gust of wind, and you feel like the sun is beating down on you at rather high temperatures. You can withstand them for right now, but you are instantly just like starting to sweat. You're not sure if it's from the heat or the poison or both, but it feels very dry and hot where you're at right now. Go ahead and give me a perception check. That damn plus 18. Blind as a bat, but you see everything. All right. And so now that you kind of, your eyes are starting to get used to this seemingly natural sunlight, you can tell that you are in some sort of sandy environment. Not exactly sure how, but it's definitely there's definitely hills and valleys in the sand, and there's some water fountains as well that you can see. And then again, as soon as you are looking around, just to give you enough time to look around, you again hear the Yuan Ti speak up and say, "Even though you've used unconventional methods, and you just defiled my god. You did pass the first challenge, and I must congratulate you for that. However, I don't think you're going to be able to go much further than that. As you look you see the back of this desert area here, which clearly is still, by the way, you know for sure that you're still in the tower as you look around, because you can see the tower walls backdropping this area here with the sand. And let me pull here. Out of the two statues in the back comes two large elemental figures, and they go to each side of their respective statue. I go ahead and get rid of the Varg wheels from the turn order. Go ahead and give them their turns, and then we can continue. So as the elemental on the left, it comes roiling out of the suit itself actually heats up as if the heat metal spell was applied to it, uh, by several wizards. And out of the mouthpiece of the helm of the suit, comes this large fire elemental, comes roiling to the side of the statue on the left. On the right side is this large. That's not the right picture. Excuse me. There we are. All right. So, and out of the right suit bursts open this rock form made flesh, and just sets both of its hands down and just puts firm dents into the sand. And both of these combatants definitely intend to mean you death. And the Yuan-Ti says to you, same rules as last time. You find the object and you defeat the enemies, you're free to go to the next room. But this one, it's not poison. This one is dehydration. You have 1 minute. Let me go ahead and restart round 1. 1 out of 10. There we go. Alright, so the elemental over on the left side is going to take its turn, and it's fast. In a blink of an eye, it goes around the fountain towards Merryweather. Shit. I wish you would have just backed out of this place, damn it. Alright. So it's going to try to make two touch attacks with its flaming appendage. That sounds sexual. Alright. The first one is a miss. And the second one is a miss. Oh, Merryweather. Oh, Merryweather. As it seems...
Does it stumble and fall into the water? I mean, it's true. Make a cold fumble.
Oh my gosh. Right. That would be very anticlimactic. Okay, so high or low?
Uh, no.
Low. It is low. So after this elemental, this fast as hell, comes just charging from behind this water fountain. It comes across the side and tries to catch Meriwether in the face, the side of the face, with a blazing fist. It misses, and it's off balance because the target, it's not used to targeting such small creatures, and so it's off balance. And it tries to recover and swings the other arm, and it ends up tripping itself and falling into the water, giving itself massive damage and starting to solidify itself. Oh, it's almost fully solid as it falls in the water. Just a little bit of flame still alight from its now mostly solid form.
Decanter of never-ending water. Command, geyser.
All right, roll your damage.
It has no damage.
Oh, I thought when you do geyser, it did.
It just pushes and douses it in water, and that's what I want. But it gets an additional 50 gallons.
It weighs no more than 200 pounds. It weighs more than 200 pounds.
Yeah. So it does no damage. It just puts additional water onto this.
This is saving throw. Yeah, that's okay. That's the damage I was talking about. Okay, DC save 13 strength, 1d4 bludgeoning, and fall prone. Instead of a creature, you can target an object that isn't being worn. Oh, you can target the okay. So the creature doesn't have to be 200 pounds. The object, you target one to be pushed. So it is a creature, so it can be targeted, and he has to succeed on a 13 save, or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone in the water. But he's already prone in the water.
Yeah, I just want more water on it.
Right. Okay. Oh, then you do it. Yeah, you do it. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, you do it.
And Geyser is the command that gives me the most water in one round. So
right. Right. So you're basically doing like fire hosing him right in the face as he's in the water already. Yeah. So you fill his mouth up with the geyser, the torrent of water just flowing out of the decanter, and it hits him right in the mouth, and it just extinguishes the rest of his flames, and he lays dormant and motionless in the water as he has permanently been turned into stone.
Have a drink on me.
Yeah, that's a pretty good experience there. That might be enough to level Meriwether up before next session. Just that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna tell. No, I'm not, because I have seen it. It's right there. But what I want to try and do right now is try and see if I can finish this one off here. Make a nice statue in each fountain, you know.
All right. Go ahead. And is there anything else you can do from there?
I can actually use a bonus action spell, which is Mage Hand.
All right. And what are you gonna do with your Mage Hand?
and gonna stick a finger up in the, like put a hand over one of the eyes of this stone golem to see if that does anything. Just to annoy it, you know.
Oh wait, you used you just did the geyser on this turn.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go there to lure it out into this platform, and then yeah, that would be my turn.
Okay. All right. Well, he's going to take his turn. Let me look at his intelligence real quick. Good. Yeah, he's going to take his turn and go. And that. Let's see, 10, 20. Just making sure because that's rough terrain. Oh. Nope. It's just right there. Yeah, he just gets to right there. And he is going to. Yeah. He's going to try to bring one of his large fists down on you. He's trying to basically collapse you from the shoulder down, like you're a nail and he's a hammer. And he's going to try to slam a fist into you.
Hey, that hits.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hits you for 18 points of bludgeoning damage with that massive rock fist. Just right into your shoulder.
Oh.
And that is the end of his turn. It is Merryweather's turn.
He's gonna go there, and she's gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Alright.
Does that hit?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah! Take 1d12 force damage.
Alright. Go ahead and roll it up. And how far does it push?
It doesn't push.
Okay, that one doesn't push.
Witch Bolt is originally a lightning damage.
All right, so her witch bolt gets casted at the elemental, and it does a little bit of damage, but it just kind of cosmetic, really, as it chips a little bit of some of the outer stone, one of the smaller stones, a little bit, but it does hurt it. All right. Is there anything else that she's able to do this turn?
Nope.
All right. Top of the round. Put round number 2. All right. So at this point, your tongue is starting to feel like very dry. The roof of your mouth is getting drier too. You can barely form spit in your mouth to swallow the saliva. It's not uncomfortably hot yet, but it's getting very close to it. It's top of round 2. It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of what would be the most beneficial here. Um. Probably the most beneficial thing would literally be just to do a lot of damage, but I don't really have high damaging spells. So the thing is, we need to be creative again. So I guess it's time to.
Remember, you do have use to Atticus and Fred, even though they aren't in the initiative.
Oh yeah. I yelled to Abby, "Can you blow up this thing?"
I can freeze him in place with the water.
That would work.
All right, so she pulls out her satchel, this metallic, spiky looking object, and there's a lot of cold coming off of it. You can visibly see it, and actually, with the heat, the immense heat that's in the area that you're in, it's kind of trying to fight with this cold, but the cold is actually winning, and you can see that the cold is, you can still see the dissipation of the heat around this object, and she takes it and she gives it a kiss and says, "Well, one for good luck," and she tosses it, chucks it over her head. All right. So she when she throws it from where she's at, it doesn't make it, but it does freeze some of the ground, and I will go ahead and mark that right now. So.
Well, guess I need to cast another fabricate then.
You're gonna cast fabricate right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I am gonna produce bricks out of whatever material this elemental is made of, and I'm gonna put it in the fountain. And I'm starting from the bottom and removing the limbs first. And then, if there's any, I can remove any more. I remove part of its lower body.
I'm gonna look that up because, I mean, that's very.
Save this, but he needs to do a Constitution save.
Alrighty.
Oh, he actually fails. No, that was.
No, that was the roll first. Yeah, I haven't rolled yet.
I was looking at the spell and went back and saw the fortune. He actually fails.
All right.
He fails. He's gonna take D6 damage and be pushed back 15 feet, putting him on the ice.
5, 10. Oop. Don't move the square. Undo. There we go. Alright, so we started there. 5.
Was it 15? Was it 15?
10.
Up to 15, so I'm gonna put him 10 so he's not.
Okay. Alright. And how much of force damage was it? 20. All right, yeah, that hurt him. That hurt him quite a bit more than what Merryweather did to add to the damage. He definitely looks like some of his outer shell, some of the larger rocks that he uses for the protection for his armor are starting to be chipped away and cracked. However, the better effect is he gets pushed back, he gets knocked back into the frozen ground, and it doesn't
He's
freeze.
prone.
Excuse me.
And he's prone. Right. Push back. Pull forward 15 feet. No, he's not prone. He's
Right.
still standing.
Right. So I was just describing the effects of the cold. So as he gets pushed back, his limbs, his legs start the cold kind of warps its way up his legs a bit, but he's a pretty large creature, and it's you can tell it's going to slow him down a bit, and he's already kind of slow as it is, but he's not frozen in place or frozen solid or anything like that. But his movement is hampered. And I already tabulated the damage. Is there anything else that you're able to do?
I'm gonna say, sorry, Mary.
Yeah, that would be kind of terrifying to be a little goblin seeing that massive mound of rock just come towards you back first, just like being like sprawling around and just kind of slowing down and sort of chilling right there in front of her.
I'm pretty sure all the water that gets thrown back as well is going to help the freezing process.
Oh my god, rules lawyer. Okay.
Hey, I got low levels with me. I need all the help I can get here and all the rules lawyering I can. Okay?
Fine. Yes, the water splashing out of the fountain when it goes back helps extend the area slightly. I'll extend the area slightly. There you go. As the cold effect is still there on the ground, that the area, the cold takes over the water that has splashed out, and before it is able to be absorbed into the sand, the dry desert, the cold overtakes it and just increases its influence ever so slightly. All right, and this is round 3. And is that the end of Asgrim's turn?
Yep.
All right. And
Wouldn't it be round 2? Like round 1 we took that one out, and then
I'm keeping track of it in chat. Whenever it comes up your turn, that's when
the last one says 1 out of 10.
And then there's a 2 after Dova says "Oh my," and then he says hashtag fabricate.
Yeah, and that's been this entire turn where I've been trying to fix it. Where I've been trying to do different things to it. We haven't gone into the next round yet. This is still round 2.
But you're at the top of the round, right? And it was the end of your turn. So
yeah, so it's now round 2 for the golem. And then it's going to be round 2 for Mary, and then it's going to be round 3 for me after that. This was my second turn in this room.
Okay. All right then. Fine. All right. So it is the golem's turn, and since he's right there next to Mary, he doesn't even know what happened. He doesn't really have the intelligence to comprehend what happened. Uh, the nearest opponent to him would be Merriweather, and he is going.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna get bashed.
He's going to. He is going to try to grab her. So, give me a opposing strength check.
It is. Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna grab a hold of her in one hand, and he is going to uh, burrow into the earth with her. He has her in his hand and is going to just dig under the spot, the cold, and burrow into it. So now there is a hole. Let's go ahead and make that. So there's a hole, and he is burrowing down, uh, well, 15 feet. So his body, you can't see any portion of his body, but you know he's down there, and you can hear him, digging, most likely using her as the digging tool.
So she needs to do a concentration check, right? If she's concentrating on something.
Yeah. Well, what is it she's concentrating on?
Which fault?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, she's about to take some. Well. Let me roll the attack first to see if she has to concentrate, or I mean, to even try to break concentration or not, rather. Because the act of grabbing her didn't do damage, so the act of grabbing her wouldn't make her have to roll, but that would.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he nails her with his open hand. She seems like she's trying to struggle free somehow, and he's trying to convince her to have other thoughts. And she gets hit for 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
And fails her concentration.
And fails the concentration check. But that's the end of his turn. Now it is her turn. She is in a dark hole. It's surrounded by hard packed dirt, or sand, and it's a little bit of the moisture and things from the grenade that was lobbed above, and the splashing of the water from the fountain is starting to seep into the sand a bit, and so the top of this hole is actually it's actually more defined than the portions that are being dug underneath of it actually. And so she is, it's about about 8 feet around or so, this hole, and at this point it's about 15 feet deep. She's currently in his left hand and just got struck with his right fist. She's making a lot of noise and he's trying to stop her.
Question is, would she try to break free, but she is pretty much aware that this thing is a hell of a lot stronger than her?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Or would she just flat out try to
No, she would definitely try to escape. She has her mother's tenacity in her, but
yeah, but
she's
definitely
definitely smart enough to understand that this creature could just close its fist around her a bit more, and just choke her out. She understands, and she's already, critically wounded. Well, no, it's not critically wounded because it's just 32. It's what badly wounded, really, but she's hurt, and she knows that this thing would be trying to tunnel deeper.
Okay. Yeah, but the question is, would she just try to kill it to try and escape, or would she?
No, she wouldn't try to. She wouldn't try to kill
Yeah.
it. She would know for sure she couldn't kill it on her own. Especially,
Yeah, but
especially her.
the thing is that it's also so much stronger than her. So just trying to brute force her way out is almost possible. But yeah, let's try and do it anyway. Yeah.
I can still roll if you like.
It is not necessary because your bonus is bigger than that. It only fails if it rolls on that one.
Right.
I mean, that was my point of would she try? I know she wouldn't give up.
No, she
because
wouldn't.
of her tenacity.
Right.
But she would also be aware that trying to use her strength that she doesn't against this thing that is far stronger than her might not be an option.
No, she would try to make noise or something probably so you could track where its location might be while it's underground.
Well, right now it's straight down in the hole, so that's not the issue. But that was the thing. What I was trying to get at, if she would just scream and try to use spells on it while she does that, or instead.
That's up to you. However you would like to play it.
Yeah, I think she's worried that she can't break free because, yeah, this thing just flat out outpower her. So would it please make a wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
Yeah, that's not enough. So it takes 6 force damage.
Okay.
And she's screaming her head up, if I was believe.
All right. So as she is, what was the spell again?
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. All right. So
but because she's a lower wizard, she can change the damage type.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. I remember that. All right. Yeah, it looks like I'm only gonna have time to finish this room, and then I'm gonna probably have to bounce.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. Now it's round 3.
Yes.
All right.
The first round, that one suicided, I moved. Second round, I pushed it. The other one. So I am gonna go here and look down the hole, and if I can see it, I am gonna find my most damaging spell that I can use without damaging her. Putting me down in second level.
Yeah, you don't need to roll a perception. You can see some of the spines in the top of his back. You can see him still. However, it's very dark down there, so you can just see him.
I have low light.
Mm-hmm.
What? I really don't have any attack spells in second level? Really? Oh. So we would be going with Oh goddamn! I hate these saving throw spells. I need to find one that isn't exactly one it has good stats in, and I can't remember many of my low-level spells. That one requires melee attack. I'm not in range for that. Yeah, can you give me a dex, please? That's probably the most. Right, was that right? Oh, did I read wrong? Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's a miss. And that would be. Oh, oops, sorry.
Huh. For a miss.
No, it's a cantrip. It fails the save and still, so it takes the damage. The DC is 19 when it's me. But it takes 21 acid damage.
Didn't you say I 14 passed?
Nope,
Oh,
that failed.
Oh, 14 failed. Okay, I see.
The DC is 19.
Okay. I'll be right
My-
back. I'll be right back in a moment. I gotta go to the restroom real quick. All right. So after that, is there anything else that you're able to do?
I can cast another one, but no, it's an action, so no, I can't even do that. There's not enough bonus action fucking things. Like every single cantrip is an action.
Yeah. Well,
And it makes no.
I mean, it makes sense to me since they're free to cast that they have to cost you something as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can only cast a level spell
Thanks,
and
Troll.
a cantrip.
Uh huh.
So since all the cantrips are actions, it means you have to cast a level spell that's a bonus action. And that's what doesn't make sense to me. That
Well, there's some cantrips that are bonus actions and some that are actually reactions. Bonus action cantrips.
as a mage, you have action. Let's see. Oh yeah, you have shield. That's a reaction. The rest is action or has 1 minute casting time.
Shillelagh, Magic Stone.
Don't have that as a mage, as a underwater spell.
Yeah. Well, it's not my system. I didn't make it. Not this one.
Yeah, but but you can see this doesn't make sense. The ones that are meant to cast a lot of spells don't have any bonus action spells they can cast, unless they cast leveled ones, and those are most utility. Like you have Expeditious Retreat in first level. Second level doesn't have any. You have Ashilada Strides as a bonus action in second level. Flame Stride, yeah, it all the way up to sixth level. All the bonus actions are utility spells, and even the ones in sixth level are not intended as attack spells. They just have they just do damage when you get strike, and that's Fishband, Platinum Shield.
All right. Well, I unpaused it. So, what would you like to do? Anything else?
I can't do anything else.
Okay.
I used all my movement to get up to here. I cast Last Splat, and
I
that's
know. It was just my way. It was just my way to just continue the stuff, so this way we could get this done before I have to go. So I'd like to get just this room done. We're not going to be able to get through the rest of the floor or the next floor or after that and things. But all right. So he is going to take his action, and he is going to continue burrowing. You'll be on your turn. You'll be able to see which way. You could go ahead and give. Well, let's see here. All right. So he burrows, and you don't know which way he went, which way he burrowed. He definitely went sideways, but after you lose track of him, Atticus says, he's over here by this fountain. I hear him. I think he's coming for us." And then Fred has a look of panic as he sort of backs away from her a bit, and he Asgrim, gonna need you to help us. I think he's coming up here. I definitely feel the ground shaking.
Yeah, well, I can't do any more just to. I need to wait for my turn.
Yep. There's just flavor. So Merryweather is now actively being ushered away from the burrow hole, and she's still struggling in his arms. The sand and everything here is, there's no resistance. Yeah, you could go ahead and move her over there. That's fine. So over there, that's fine. It doesn't. Why did I put it under? Oh, she's there. We know she's there. But yeah, so she gets carried. She gets ushered off, burrowed underground, and is now out of everybody's sight, and but not hearing, as Addie just attested to by hearing what was going on and trying to key you in on that fact.
Yep.
What would you like Merryweather to do?
Well, she's gonna continue screaming, and I'm pretty sure is the tunnel collapsing behind this thing, or
the original tunnel is still there, as the cold and the water that permeated the ground.
I mean the one from here to
well, you don't know. You would.
No, but she would be able to see it.
Well, no, behind her, she's able to see some of the entryway to get to where they're at now. But yeah, I mean the initial portion would be starting to collapse in on itself. Right.
Well, I think she would be screaming her head off continuously and then do Toll the Dead again. So yes, I need a wisdom save.
All right. Excuse me.
Wow, so much damage.
Not sure how I can make one damage exciting, but
yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, where she's being clutched tightly by this large creature and she is a small creature, one damage is probably about what she should have expected at that point. All right, so now it is the top of round 4, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And at this point now, the moisture that, like, from, even your sweat and everything from the fights that you've been in so far, is just like evaporating almost as soon as you sweat it out. And your tongue is completely dry. You're heating up now. Your clothes are
Mm.
actually starting to feel rather uncomfortable. Like they're starting to hurt your skin a bit. And but there's no exhaustion effects or anything like that yet. What would you like to do?
I am gonna move here and ready an action. And that is an attack spell.
All right. What's the conditions and things? So I
That thing pops out of the ground.
all right. That's easy enough to remember. All right, and it's his turn, and he is going to. Yeah, he's going to start to burrow his way back up, and you know that because the ground that Fred and Addie are right next to is it starts shaking and loosening as this large mountainous creature bursts out of the ground. And go ahead and get your ready action done.
Is this an attack? Oh, that is actually a range attack for cantrip. Okay. I take that hit.
23? Yeah, that hits.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Alright. And so it, as it pops out of the ground, and it is holding Merryweather in its hand still, it goes and tries to basically use her like a club, swing her around by her foot, and he's trying to hit Atticus with her. So he's trying to beat the mom with the daughter.
I know the feeling sometimes. Sometimes I want to say.
Oh, jeez. All right, and so he swings her about.
Remember disadvantage.
Yeah.
Makes no difference.
Yeah.
Was hoping. That's exactly why it shows actions does. That's give disadvantage.
He hits her with her daughter for 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and that would be split between them both.
So 10 each.
Yeah.
Well,
Where's poor Merryweather at?
yeah. Ah, I need more attack spells apparently.
Well, you'll be level. She'll be level 5 if she survives this. Um, but yeah, that's the end of his turn. He moved and he attacked. So it is her turn. She is barely clinging to life.
Yeah, give me the same wisdom for the save again. Because yeah, that's probably the best things you can do. While spitting out teeth and blood. Oh yeah, well, no, never mind. She does nothing other than scream insults at it.
And probably getting her lungs full of air because as she was underground, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it was hard for her to breathe. It was kind of claustrophobic. She wasn't choking on the sand just yet, but however, the fresh oxygen combined with the state of her almost death, she's probably like. All right, so it is your turn, Asgrim. Top of the round, round 5.
Uh, okay. I am gonna do something I never do.
Give me a
I am
perception. Give me a perception check first. For it's free. All right. So you see on the side of the water fountain in front of you, the water fountain where the fire elemental died. Another relief
Yeah.
with a depression in the side of the fountain. It's not the same eye, however, it's a different color eye, but it's the same principle. You ascertain.
Yeah. Well, the best attack spell I have right now is actually Chill Touch. So yeah.
Yeah, it hits.
Because I can't really do much else when it's holding on to Meriwether.
Right.
And yeah, that's me. And it has disadvantage on attack.
Okay. Yeah, I was reading the book. I actually made a slight error, but it actually benefits you. So, but okay, so you cast Chill Touch at this large creature, and it now looks like it's, you know, for the first time in this fight, you actually feel like you may be able to just get the better hand of it. It's gonna be close, but he's hurt pretty decently. He still has her clutch, but no longer like a club. Any movement or anything?
Yeah, I already moved.
Okay. All right. So he looks down. He looks down at his hand and sees this pretty much lifeless. You know, obviously she has 5 health left, but essentially lifeless body in his arms, just limp, and he casts her aside, and then with his action, he's going to try to uh, wield Fred as a club. Yeah, that's fine. I said it. I'll commit to it. Plus 5 on strength. It's a 22. Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to beat for a goblin.
So, he picks Fred up, and Fred drops his torch almost immediately from the pressure of this elemental squeezing on him. He has no choice but to let it go, and now Fred is being grasped by him, and that is his turn. Meriwether is nearly unconscious up against the side of the fountain, kind of resting her head against the bricks that form the bottom layer of this two-tiered fountain. And she's laying there practically motionless, and obviously prone. But what would you like her to do?
I think she is gonna drink her greater healing.
All right.
That's not bad.
All right. No, that's not bad at all. Out of 20, you got 16. That's pretty damn good.
And the question is, she's actually gonna try and move away. Oh, I've been forgetting something this entire time.
What's that?
Fury of the Small.
D-Live just died for you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think it's at my end. There's an issue.
Oh,